everyone. My name is Samiyyah. I attend Benjamin Banneker High School, and I'm a junior. I aspire to be a lawyer, and I want to write. Major in English and minor in psychology or sociology. Okay. The first piece I'm going to read is Untitled. We were petrified. No one could move. Mom and Dad were arguing in front of us. This is when we realized that things weren't perfect in our house. The day started out normal. Mommy woke everyone up. I had just got out of the shower, and Mommy was braiding my hair. We were in Amir and Najat's room. I was sitting in the little yellow chair while she braided and put colorful barrettes into my hair. Dad was playing music in their room, and Mommy started snapping her fingers. I wanted to snap, so I asked her to teach me how. Azina was in her room getting ready, and since Dad didn't have to be at work till 9:30, he was going to drop us to school. Jack came in and got onto the top bunk, which is his bed. Amir sat on the bottom. Amir says, "Mommy, teach me how to braid." And at that moment, my dad stuck his head out of the room and looked in on us. He smiled and continued singing the song. About 15 minutes later, Mommy was done with my hair, and Dad was going downstairs to get the car. We all put on our coats and kissed Mommy, heading out of the house. We got in the car, and Dad dropped Zio first. Then Jack, Amir, and I, because we all went to the same school. The whole day started off great, so when we heard the arguing, we didn't understand. It was around dinner time, and we knew we'd hear Mommy calling our names to eat soon. We were in Z's room listening to music, the radio was playing, and we were all laying on the floor. We heard Mom and Dad talking at first, and then Z turned the music down. The voices suddenly got louder, and before you know it, Amir ran out of the room. We followed because we wanted to see what was going on, even if we sort of knew. When we got in the kitchen, the sound of glass shattering was echoing through the house. Although the screaming was mostly done by my mother, we knew the calmness of my dad was scarier. Amir said, "Stop it," and my dad replied, "What I say goes." 3 weeks in a row, Amir has been coming up with excuses of why he didn't want to go to the mosque. At first, it was because he was sick, and then it was raining, so he was recovering from his cold. After that, he had to study for a big test and wanted to start studying early. Islam was a turning point in my dad's life. He was on the wrong side of the track, and this religion kind of saved him. The religion taught him obedience and respect, loyalty and honor. This religion taught him to stand for something or fall for nothing. My dad mediated with children and parents having problems. He continuously donated money to help fix up the mosque and volunteered his construction company to help Muslim homes. When Muslims needed food, they could come to his restaurant. When they needed to be fixed up, they could also get a haircut or get their hair done. He was such a help to the community and people. These were values that were instilled in him through Islam. So when Amir refused to attend the mosque, it broke his heart. A man of very few emotions, how could he ask his child to go back to what had survived him? He had to put his foot down as the man of the house. Dad calmly says, "What are you hiding from?" His face is stone cold. There is no possible way he can show emotions. His face is blank with anger and rage, almost embarrassment. Amir replies, "What are you running to?" My mouth drops open, almost in amazement, and I want to run to Amir and pull him out of the room, ask him if he's crazy, but I'm frozen. I can feel Jack and Z shaking because we're all so close, but Amir doesn't want to go to the mosque. He'd rather sleep late on Sundays and go outside to hang out with his friends. My dad says, "Why don't you want to go?" And Amir even responds, "That is boring." The sound of shattering glass echoes through the house. Dear Hip Hop, do you miss me? I miss you. I know it's been a while since we spoke, but it's only because I've been indisposed. Way back when we were tight like virgin hoes, but we've been interposed like pimps through their hoes. Where have you been, and what's your excuse? What gives you the right to be rude and loose? How can you disrespect your sisters who are faithful listeners, and then tell them you love them in the same breath you tell them to cheat on their husbands? Hip-hop, we've grown apart. You are not the hip-hop that you were from the start. Hip-hop, why did you change? Why couldn't you just stay the same? What gives you the right to empower and belittle people? How can you choke them and tell them when to breathe? You have people who depend on you, and still you decided to leave. Hip-hop, I didn't know you very well, but from what I've heard, I can tell. Hip-hop, you were the man, just like President Obama before getting inaugurated, shaking everybody's hand. There wasn't a sad face when hip-hop vibrated through the place. But then you up and left, took smiles right along with your people's breath. Stopped them in their tracks and knocked them on their backs. With you gone, there was no reason to laugh and dance. There was only life without chance. You've changed, and hip-hop has been rearranged. Supposedly created to entertain, but this is plain disdain. The image brought to replace you should only bring shame and disgrace you. So, I wrote this letter to hip-hop, hoping to change your mind, wishing you'll come back this time, and please stay a while. Hip-hop, make your people smile. You are truly missed. I hope you return after reading this. Truly a fan, Maya.